Good morning, I'm Will Pye, and this is part 2 of Love Is. Love is being an answer to a question I posed yesterday in the form of a quote that came to me. Death is certain, its timing uncertain, so what is important now? Love is the answer that I've come up with, and in part 1 I might summarise what I shared as being that love is a reality that's accessible in any moment, regardless and independent of circumstance, regardless and independent of emotional content, physical pain, whatever's happening in life, and so on. That this love is an essential reality, the essence of life. We might call it God, truth, consciousness, the nature of reality, ultimate reality, that which is, or simply this, for it is always here now as this seeing, this being. There's two intelligent responses to such a claim, leaving aside cynicism and ridicule for a moment as unintelligent responses. The first is, yeah, so what, I know this. The second is, give me some. Inner peace, joy, stillness, an imperturbable calm, a contentment, a lack of need, a lack of want, a lack of lack, a knowing of abundance that is quite independent of anything that would be used to measure abundance. So how do we access this love? How do we reach a point in apparent time when we are able to click our fingers and realize this love that we are more and more consistently? There are infinite ways, of course. I could put this in Christian mystical terms, or Zen Buddhist terms, or Tibetan Buddhist terms, or Thoreauian terms, or Tolstoyan terms, or Gandhian terms, or Kabbalistic, or A Course in Miracles, many wonderful paths, Jed McKenna, Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj. You could even get all Muji or Eckhart Tolle on you. But what I'm simply going to share is just a very, very simple, practical understanding that has arisen from my own experience that I hope will be useful for the understanding and the experience arising for you. So this love that we are, this love that is all things, this love that is the only reality, is already present, always, and it is what we are. So to search for it, to work towards it, it's an essential insanity of the game we're here to play. To find what is already here, we simply remove all that obscures what is already here. To find what is real, we simply remove that which is false. To find that which is essential, we remove that which is unnecessary. This love is not an emotional experience. And it is not a preference, it is not the love of I love chocolate, although it is not apart from that. This love, this experience of reality as it is completely without preference. Preferences arise in experience, and there's nothing wrong with preferences, or indeed life-driving passions and movements in consciousness. That's part of the fun, part of the game. However, love as a reality simply loves. It is at peace with everything. So, to find this love, we become this love, which is simply to remember what we are. It is simply to be this that we are, watching, loving. You'll notice there is a voice in thought that you most likely now have happening, and imagine it to be yourself, that would offer opinions on what is happening. It will say that things are good or bad, painful or pleasurable. It's a very useful voice, very helpful, so long as we are using it. However, nothing is good nor bad, only thinking makes it so. So said another William. Rumi put it even more poetically, there is a field out beyond ideas of wrongdoing or right doing. Let us meet here now. For nothing is right nor wrong. There is one very simple way to determine whether something should be. If it is, it should be. If it is not, it should not be. So rather than trying to mould the world and events to this speck of consciousness, this little point of view, with its preferences and desires and wishes, we remove the point of view. Having taken good time and care to first examine whether it is qualified to determine whether something should or should not be. And you will notice that it's not. Me has no idea. Me ends a relationship and thinks it's the worst thing in the world, and then I meet the wife of my dreams. Me loses a job and cries all night and then starts the career that will change my life. Me experiences depression and thinks that it's the worst thing, but then that energy passes through me and I'm healed and cleared, and having endured and learnt to be apart from emotional content, I'm expanded awareness, I have grown. Me thinks that Nelson Mandela should not have been in prison for 27 years, but who would Nelson Mandela be without his practice? Me thinks that Gandhi should not have been pushed off that train in South Africa. Who would Gandhi have been without that experience? Me thinks India should be independent. Gandhi loves all as it is, knowing that it is all divine, all in perfect order, and allows that perfect order to work through him, and allows that perfect order to become a little bit less imperfect in one particular area. This is something that one has to do for oneself. The only way is one's own way, to find out the lunacy of the voice in one's head and to gently put it to rest. To allow thought to be a function of consciousness that we utilize rather than a bug in the programming that we believe to be who we are. I am that which is aware of the voice in my head, the many voices. So simply let go of ideas of should, good, wrong, love all that is, love again, 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 love this, love this, love this. Every sensation, every mood, every thought, every person, every part of yourself, every movement of wind, every cold, every elation, every despair. Love, 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 love. And we become that which we already are. Great love to you.